Another brick fan with a 2021 Harry Potter set. This is Hogsmeade Village Visit. This is set 76388, was released in June 2021, has 851 pieces, 7 minifigures, and cost about $80 when it was released. This set is based on the third book/movie, which is Prisoner of Azkaban. It includes 2 buildings from Hogsmeade, Honeydukes and the 3 broomsticks. It also includes a golden Ron Weasley and 4 of the random wizard card tiles. Let's take a look at each building individually, and then we will also take a closer look at the minifigures here in a few minutes. First up, we have Honeydukes, and as you can see, it's a very nice nougat color here with the green accents of green front door. These green checkerboard pattern here on the windows is done with a sticker, which takes a little bit of effort to get on there just right. And then we have the Honeydukes stickers around the outside. So let's zoom in just a little bit there. You can see all of the Honeyduke stickers there on the front. And then there's a dormer here that has another sticker to give that crosshatch pattern on the windows. And then I like kind of the way this sticks out here, and there's actually 2 chimneys up there on top. Overall, a good looking building from the front, and a lot of good signage going on out here. You can see through the windows and see just a little bit of some of the candy seen through the windows. There is some texturing on the outside done with a sticker, a little bit of snow obviously at the edges. This is the scene which was in the wintertime when their first visit to Hogsmeade, which was in year 3. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 2 floors here. Starting here on the first floor, there's a tremendous amount of stuff going on in here. There's some more jars in here. There's a popcorn box back here. Let's take a couple of these out so you can see some of the different things that are inside of Honeydukes here. So here's a little popcorn box. It's just a 1x1 with a popcorn print on it. I first saw that actually in a poly bag a couple years back, which is the popcorn cart poly bag, which was a good poly bag to get. There is a jar here also. This is kind of in that mini figure style piece. In this case in trans yellow with this acid pops print on the top, on the front. And just a very light yellow print here on the back as well. Hopefully that comes through here on the camera. There's another acid pops and another popcorn over here. A couple of lollipops, it looks like. Some of the other cone pieces. There's a cookies or brownies there in the back. Not a lot of space inside, so for big hands like mine, it's difficult to get in there and put these things back in place, but we'll get those done. Also on this main floor is a cash register. You see the Honeydukes logo here on the side, and it's done in this sand green with a cash register sticker on it. It looks like a scale right here. On the other side, looking a little bit inside there, it's quite dark. Just shoot some light in there really quick. You can see there's a sticker with a bunch of additional candies there on that wall, and the same on this wall as well. Lastly, there is this, looks like gumball machine that has some stickers on both sides. So it looks like maybe a wizard with some gremlins perhaps on that side, and then a skeleton tipping his hat on this side. So that just connects here in the middle of the floor. You can position that wherever you'd like. And then moving up to the second floor. On the second floor there is a box here with again a Honeydukes logo on it. There is a fireplace over here. A pot back here. That's the little dormer we showed you from the other side. And there's also another bucket back here in the back. See, this is just the standard bucket piece with a pearl gold handle. Fits back in here. Fireplace on either side. That's why they have the 2 chimneys on the top. And then a few more decorations here inside. So there is honeydukes from both sides. Let's take a look at the 3 broomsticks. Here we have the 3 broomsticks. And as you can see, it's a slightly different design than honeydukes with more gray and the tan color. Once again, there's a couple of nice dormers for the windows here. Some shutters up top. And then as we zoom in here to take a look, on the front you see the 3 broomsticks logo, 3 broomsticks kind of in a triangle there. There is a sign out here just done in a spiral pattern, a lantern out front, the gold shutters there on a couple of the lower windows, and like I said, up there on the top, there's another window with the shutters. Once again, 2 chimneys, one on either side here. And then there's this little antler piece as well up over the door, which is, you know, something you see probably fairly often with a kind of a pub setting. Once again, the sides are done with a little bit of exposed brick and then a sticker down here for some brick look. And then just like honeydukes on the inside, there are 2 floors. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first floor here. Looking on the first floor, we see a couple of goblets of butterbeer in here, so a croissant, another goblet, a bottle. So this looks like the bar counter here, and then a table. There's a candle in the back, a sticker here on the inside of the door, which you may be able to see back in there, and then a photo here on a, looks like it's a pearl gold tile there to show that photo. Let's take a closer look at that picture that's back there. So here's that photo that's on the first floor. There is also a sticker back in here that shows a butterbeer and a couple of other pictures of brooms. And then on the other side behind the bar is some shelves that have goblets and things as well. A little difficult to see in there, not a tremendous amount of light inside. Moving up to the second floor. This has a big comfy chair here. It looks like maybe a dresser, so this could be the living quarters for Madame Rosmerta. Little table, a fireplace back here. There's some holly up here, like some berry leaves, some berries and a leaf, and then another goblet. There are a couple of pictures up here on this floor. Let me take those out and show them to you. It's kind of a darker photo of it's like a starry night, maybe of Hogsmeade, with kind of the silhouette of all the buildings. Behind the chair on the other side, here is a photo of 3 broomsticks with a couple of other symbols there. So once again, a nice building. Here are the 3 broomsticks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures that come with this set. As I mentioned in the beginning, this set has 7 minifigures, which include Harry Potter, Dean Thomas, Professor McGonagall, Madame Rosmerta, Mr. and Mrs. Flume, and the 20th anniversary of Ron Weasley. Let's start with Mr. and Mrs. Flume, who run Honeydukes. This is Mr. Flume here in this dark brown pants, the jacket with a vest, and it looks like a Gryffindor sweater there underneath. He's wearing this cap, this winter cap in the lavender color, which is nice, but of course that matches the lavender pants that his wife is wearing. She's got a brown apron, it looks like, here. And then maybe a vest over a purple shirt. Hard to tell. And then her sleeves are a different color, more of a pinkish color. I like the hairpiece she has on here. They have some lines on their face, so they're an older couple and probably been running Honeydukes for quite some time. Moving around the figures. So there's no side printing on either one of them, but again, you can see just a hint of that, I would say, Gryffindor scarf. A little bit of lines here in the back indicating that the jacket is kind of bunched up in the back, and then more of that pink shawl, I would say, or kind of light vest that's going over that light blue shirt. Big hair bun here in the back. Here is Mr. Flume's alternate expression, like the gray eyebrows you can just barely see underneath that hat. And this is a much more smiling expression for Mrs. Flume. Two very nice figures, and good to see some of these more minor characters being highlighted as minifigures. Let's move on to our next two minifigs. Here we have Madame Rosmerta. The black pants, it looks like a brown shirt and then a nougat colored vest perhaps over the top. She has this nice curly hair in that light nougat color. This is Minerva McGonagall, or Professor McGonagall, in her nice robes in this green color with a blue shirt underneath. Nice to see her in a hairpiece. Most of the time we see her in a witch's hat. And then she does have a bunch of silver printing, and I do like how this robe piece down on the bottom blends in very nicely, and at least on mine lines up quite well between the torso and the dress or robe piece down there in the back. Moving around to the side of these figures, there is no side printing, but you can see the nice texturing in the hair for Madame Rosmerta, and Professor McGonagall has this nice bun in the back, and you see this angled robe piece here in the back. It always surprises me that they don't have printing on the backs of these, which could easily be done. But on the back you also see this nice silver scroll work there on the back of Professor McGonagall. And she does have a more stern alternate expression. And Madame Rosmerta looks like she has an expression, looks like she's yelling at someone to me. But you can see the back of her vest in that kind of orangey nougat color here, and then the brown shirt underneath. It looks like it may have some fur trim on it as well. Let's take a look at our next two minifigures. Next up we have Dean Thomas and Harry Potter. And you can see they're both dressed in winter coats with at least Dean's wearing some gloves here. Harry looks like he's not quite dressed as warmly as Dean is. Dean has this very nice smiling expression. The nice hairpiece here with a little bit of texture on it. Harry, of course, has his standard black hairpiece that has the part so you can see his lightning scar. And he's got a small grin on his face. Wearing a light blue shirt and then the blue jacket over the top. They do have the mid legs, so these actually move, but they're not as tall as a normal minifigure leg, so that's the kind of 3/4 size legs. As we move around, no side printing on either one, but there is some good back printing here for Dean, and then just a little bit on the back. Dean has an alternate expression. He looks like he's still smiling in that other expression, and then Harry has kind of a neutral expression, or perhaps maybe a little grouchy expression on his face. So alternate faces for both of these figures. So let's go and take a look at our last minifigure. Last up we have the 20th anniversary, or the gold version of Ron Weasley. And as far as I can tell, this is the same torso that Harry and Hermione had, with the Gryffindor logo, you know, the tie and then the stars. It's just the sweater, not the robes over the top. The short legs, of course. A wand in the pearl gold. This is Ron's hairpiece, although it's not as recognizable in this gold as opposed to the red that it normally is. No side printing, of course, but on the back we get this 20th anniversary logo for Harry Potter, which I think is a good logo, but it kind of takes up the whole back of the torso, so I'm sure a lot of people have a complaint, just like they did with the 20th anniversary Star Wars figures, which did the same kind of thing. Notice there's no alternate expression for Ron, but as you look at that hairpiece, you can definitely tell it is the Ron Weasley hairpiece. Looking very closely, you can also see Ron's freckles here on his cheeks. So definitely a nice job on the 20th anniversary gold minifigure. And that is all 7 of the minifigures that come with this set. So let's go back and I will give you my final thoughts on this set. The 2021 Harry Potter sets all come with wizard cards. These are random inside of each set. And here is Albus Dumbledore. There are two different versions of Dumbledore, one in this silver and one in the gold. So this is the silver version of Dumbledore. I also got Rowena Ravenclaw. Interestingly, in the instructions, this tile is not pictured. The picture is wrong in the book, but this is Rowena Ravenclaw, and you notice the 4 founders of Hogwarts have this kind of metallic gold look, whereas others, like for example, my other one that I got, another one of the tiles I got in this set was Nicholas Flamel. So here is Nicholas Flamel, and you see he also has a gold border, but it's not in that metallic color like it was with Rowena Ravenclaw. The last tile I got with this set is Olympia Maxime, or Madame Maxime, who was the giantess from the Beauxbatons school. So those were the 4 random wizard cards I got with this set. There are a couple other pieces included, which one of them is this sign of Sirius Black. So have you seen this wizard? And that's 2 stickers, one on each side of this sign. There's this little bench that goes together, and then a lamppost that also comes with the set. Overall, once again, this is a very good Harry Potter set. I like the fact that you get 2 buildings. These are pretty standard sized buildings. They're about 6 studs deep. So that gives you a little bit of room inside to put a few things inside. They're not quite as big as the Diagon Alley set that came out last year. Of course, that was a $250 set and had 4 buildings. This is a $80 set and has 2 buildings. So I wouldn't expect them to be quite as big. But this also is only 2 of the buildings in Hogsmeade. There are many other buildings in Hogsmeade that could be done. So it would be really nice to see maybe next year another set come out with 2 more buildings and some other unique minifigures. Like we seem to get the main characters in most of these sets. So we have lots of versions of Ron, Hermione, and Harry. But it's good to get some of the other ones like Madame Rosmerta here, for example. And of course, Mr. and Mrs. Flume here are also nice to get. We did see Dean Thomas in the first collectible minifigure series, and it's good to see him again in a Harry Potter set. Going quickly to value, once again, this is 851 pieces for $80. So just under the 10 cent per piece I like to start with, which means right off the bat, I think this is a pretty good value. You get 7 minifigures with this set, which is a really good value as well. I've said in a couple of my other reviews of these 2021 sets, I think they're very good value. You're getting a lot of pieces, you're getting good models, and you're getting great minifigures in all of these sets. So I like that very much, and I think they've done a really good job here with the 2021 Harry Potter sets as far as value, and really the display and playability of these sets is quite good. I'm hoping to see many more of these Harry Potter sets in the years to come. I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on Hogsmeade. I'm going to get started on my next video, and until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my reviews. I left a link to my other Harry Potter reviews up here on the screen.